those who know me around these parts know. We'll put it this way: I used to work at a movie store rental back in what year was it? I'd like to say '88, and I had seen RoboCop so many times, like 40 times. I love the fact out of that movie, RoboCop. I watched it to death, seriously. That I knew just about every line. I acted it out. Did RoboCop? Did all of it? Ed 209 back then, right? And I would do it in the movie store to customers because they were like, well, what is? I'll try to push the. We had a lot of RoboCop copies of it to rent, and I would act it out for the to the people, to the customers, and they were like, oh, okay, I'll rent it. It sounds good. It was good. It was good, but predictive programming, anybody? I mean, part human, part machine, all cop. RoboCop. Who is he? What is he? Where does he come from? He is OCP's latest creation. His name, RoboCop. RoboCop, what do you have to say to the youth? Stay out of trouble. Then there was Ed 209, right? So futuristic it was. I mean, it was brilliant. But again, predictive programming. Now, you know robots are being introduced into our world, right? Into our reality. Well, and I know there's Boston Dynamics, that video. Let's take a look at this. First of all, before I get into that, let's just get into robots.
I'll tell you what's the matter. It's a little insurance policy called Directive 4. My little contribution to your psychological profile. Any attempt to arrest a senior officer of OCP results in shutdown. What did you think? That you were an ordinary police officer? You're our product. And we can't very well have our products turning against us, can we? Still a little fight.
Murphy, it's you. Murphy, it's you.
Maybe you'd like to meet a friend of mine.
Ed 209. Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
I had to kill Bob.
Hey, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. When you saw Ed 209 come on the scene, that was fucking horrifying. I was 18. When did it come out? 87. Okay, 87. I was like, oh shit. If that was actually, oh my god, I would shit my pants if that was real. Look how big he is. Look how he moves like a cat. I know. Remember the part in RoboCop where Ed 209 fell down a stairway and he started squealing like a pig, making kicking like a throwing a tantrum. Remember that? Thought that was real strange. And the pig part, squealing like a pig. Remember that on the landing of the stairway? I think RoboCop was able to knock him down somehow, and he was like Ed 209 landed on his back, and he was all fours, squealing like a pig, which I thought that was really, to me, that's what it sounded like. It was really strange, and throwing a tantrum. But look at this. Look at this.
Now it's time to erase that mistake.
How hard he hits RoboCop. You know damn well that would kill a person. How heavy is that 209? You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Look at that. Now we're watching this as a movie, but you know damn well they want this to be a thing. Well, we're gonna take a look at China in a second. This is is it. I mean, this. I said RoboCop pushed him down. Oh, he somehow tricked him down because Ed 209 is not designed to go downstairs, which I think is weird. How the fuck does he get up there? Does he take the elevator? Maybe. That's what it was. He would test it out. His feet are too big. And notice how his damn head, Ed 209's, looks like a fucking microphone. Also notice how stupid he is that he actually thinks that he can actually make it down there, the steps. So he tumbles. That's what it was. Yeah, I thought that right there and throwing a fit like a baby, but to me sounded like a pig. Like, I thought that was strange. But let's take a look at what's going on in the land of egg roll. Let me preface this next part with China's robots. It says one humanoid patrols alongside real police, and it can run, it can throw spinning kicks. A robot walking. It's walking alongside actual real popos, and it could run, and I'm sure it can run a lot faster than people. It could do spinning kicks, throw spinning kicks, and it could go for hours before it needs to be like, well, RoboCop. RoboCop had to be recharged. RoboCop had to sit in that chair, if you remember, if you've seen the movie, had to sit in the chair, and he had to be fed baby food and get his rest. These robots that they're making can go for hours before they have to be recharged. And I do stress re. And then there's another one that you're going to see is basically a real-life Transformer. That's Transformer, the movie Transformer. Yeah. And if they're showing us this, how futuristic and how far advanced the robots are, what the hell do they have that we haven't seen yet? I'm thinking they have the RoboCops. I'm thinking they're doing the part man, part machine thing, meshing men with people with machines. I'm all that because they want us to be integrated with technology anyway. You know, by 2030, they want us to actually be the cell phone. Cell phone's obsolete. I think you know the drill. I think you know that a lot of stuff was programming, even though when we were watching a lot of these movies at the time, we didn't think it was programming, right? But even though they always said, now back to your regularly scheduled program. But that's, most of us, that fell on deaf ears. I didn't know what that meant. You know what I mean? Now we do. Now we do. I find myself, out of the blue, have a compulsive urge to sing songs and lyrics, and even if I'm at the gym, just out loud, la la la, doing a audio slave. In your house, I long to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like an urge because we're programmed. We have so much. Even if you want to be deprogrammed, even if you backed off of this stuff, we're still heavily programmed. So that's what this stuff is. It was programmed, but we never thought it was, right? Remember watching those space movies? One of them, I think, Barbarella. I remember, and I remember in part of that movie, they showed the aliens, and it fucking looked like stingrays, things out of the ocean, right, and squids and stuff like that. I'm like, if that's aliens, that means there's water up there, and maybe there's actual sea life up there in the water up there. Do you understand this? It's all programming, and they have to tell us what's going on. They have to let us know what's going on. But let's take a look at this. This also includes facking people wanting fact with robots. Supposedly, this is something I saw last night. It was a headline, a title of a video. We'll be procreating with robots. The fook I will. The fook, you gotta be a sick bastard. But let's take a look at this. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Let's take a look. I screwed up.
China is building robots that already feel like they belong in 2080, and these three prove it. First, a human.
Let's try this again, shall we?
China is building robots that already feel like they belong in 2080, and these three prove it. First, a humanoid robot that patrols with real police. It can run, throw spinning kicks, and operate for hours without getting tired. China is even holding robot combat leagues, where these machines train and improve their AI before taking on real-world tasks. Second, a real-life transformer. China's Unitree has introduced the Mecha Robot, a giant humanoid machine
Look at this.
that a person can sit inside and control. Designed for
That's
complex
crazy.
environments, it could one day be used for rescue missions, dangerous industrial work, and
Like a
other
transformer.
high-risk operations. Third, a humanoid robot that thousands of people have already ordered. It can recognize emotions, remember conversations, and slowly develop its own personality. With thousands of pre-orders already placed, it shows how personal robots are becoming a real part of everyday life. Subscribe.
I actually covered a video or showed you one of, you know how these robots are supposed to be walking among us, that they're so realistic we won't know that they're robots. There's a video out there about synthetic people that they're actually around among us, and they act soulless, but they act human in a way. How many times have you talked to someone, tried to have a conversation with someone, and they just acted like they were like you were speaking gibberish, or you were from Mars? How many times? They were talking about there's synthetics out there. If I find the video, I'll show it again. But let's see if I can find something else real quick that ties into this. Getting a little distracted, BitChute. I mean, I see it the way it is here. Maybe if I did this, I wouldn't be ooish, huh? BitChute. You hung up on that crap. I caught myself. I was like, oh, that's down like that. There's a little bump there. I don't know what that is. Could be something I need to get removed. But I thought BitChute, if they saw that angle, they would say, oh, he's ooish. So what if I just do this periodically during the day, or have a toothpick from here to here, prop it up, and train it to stay like that? Would that make you happy, BitChute? I'm not Jewish, you idiots. Thumbs down, clowns. When you go low, we go high. Read between the lines. Great Space Coaster. I said cell phone. Well, it was close to that. He whips it out, the guy in Great Space Coaster, and it shows something like that pertains to the show. Let's just take a look. You see that? You see that at any rate? See that? Remember that? This jerk off. I always wanted to just step on that jerk. Yeah, I couldn't stand that drawing shit. The Great Space Coaster, which ran from 1981 to I think 1986. And this is the thing that the guy would hold up when he's trying to show someone something, I think, prove a point or whatever. And he would hold it in his hand and it would make this sound like this. And it would show different things, but a lot of times it showed this asshole drawing, which even as a kid I felt like stomping a mud hole in it. I couldn't stand it. Yeah, I couldn't stand the sound, the way it looked, and all. I just wanted to stomp a mud hole in it. But yeah, that was the thing right there. Right there. No, I didn't go back far enough. Right there. That thing. And in my mind, when I said to you cell phone, well, it's something. It's some kind of device. We certainly didn't have one like that in the early to mid 80s, all right? That's what I got for you. Don't be a troll out there. The robots are here. Robots are here, and the robots. Oh, God knows what they got out there. God knows what they have. Are coming. Don't be a troll out there. See a troll, say something. I am Oot.